CTV's Daniele Hamamdjian is standing by in London with more on how he's being remembered this morning and today. Danielle.
Hi, Todd. Well, I'll start outside Italy. Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, described him as a friend. He said Silvio was a dear person, a true friend. I have always sincerely admired his wisdom, his ability to make balanced, far-sighted decisions, even in the most difficult situations. Giorgia Meloni, the current prime minister, said he was the most influential man in the history of Italy. Of course, she leads a coalition of far-right parties, of which his, Forza Italia, was a part of. He was the president and the leader. What happens now to that political party might be destabilizing, but in terms of his legacy, I just heard one woman in Italy describe him as sort of immortal. And she said, I didn't even like him, but this is what happens to these prominent figures who are in the public eye for so long, Todd. People sort of either develop this affection for them or they get so used to them just by virtue of having been around for so long. And that was certainly the case for Silvio Berlusconi. He was not afraid of a fight, no matter what your opinions were of him. People thought he was either a caricature, he was the epitome of being an Italian. People either loathed him or they were very loyal to him. And he's been around for 5 decades. He's been part of Italian life for 50 years. He started off as a singer on a cruise ship. He went on to build the biggest media conglomerate in the country, owned a publishing house, a bank. He bought the soccer club, AC Milan in the 1980s. And as you mentioned, became the longest serving prime minister in Italy. There were scandals, there were crises, there were convictions of tax fraud, of bribery, but nothing tarnished his reputation as much as the allegations that he hosted notorious parties that came to be known as bunga bunga parties, which were essentially orgies, allegedly, with underage women. He denied taking part in them. He was found guilty and then he was acquitted on appeal. He described himself as a womanizer. He said in a speech, I was just listening to it, he said, listen, I'm no saint. He had utter disregard for protocol. He would make other leaders wait while he was still on the phone. And one quote that stood out for me by one of his biographers, he said, Silvio Berlusconi was propelled by the view that the world could not exist without him. Mm-hmm. And frankly, many people admired him just for that.
And a friend of Vladimir Putin and often defender of Putin too. And certainly in recent years, that became ever more controversial as well.
It did. And he was, as one person also described him, you know, he was almost a marginal figure towards the end, but because he's part of their history, he still had a voice. He controlled so many TV networks because he owned them. So he controlled his image until the very end. He, according to many, paved the way for people and leaders like Donald Trump. He was a celebrity politician, a showman, an entrepreneur, a businessman. He was either always in the background or very much in the foreground for all of that time.
And now we have some details about the public mourning and a state funeral, Danielle, that'll be held for, you know, whatever people thought of him, someone who had a huge impact on Italian politics.
Massive. The state funeral will be on Wednesday. People will be able to pay their respects starting Tuesday, and it'll be held in a production center, fittingly, that belonged to him and his media empire.
Daniele Hamamdjian joining us from our bureau in London. Good to see you as always. Thank you for this today.
My pleasure.